Hey guys, I'm Heintje and I don't like it when other YouTubers start with spoiling the highlight of the video. That's why I don't do it myself. However, in this case I'm gonna make an exception. This was my first time riding this trail. Remember how I checked out the road cap in Winterberg last week? A drop I've even done before. This one I just went for. All I knew was that I should go pretty slow. And then came the next one. I had literally no idea besides the assumption that you could take it with some speed since the run-in was just one straight line. Now would I have done these drops on the hardtail? Probably. Maybe. Would I have done them blind? No fucking way. It's amazing how much confidence the downhill bike provides. So let's roll the intro and see what else Green Hill Bike Park has to offer. Once you get to the top, there are trails on both sides of the lift pad. We decided to start on the right side with a blue trail to warm up, Jonas and Pablo. There were some signals that it could be slippery this day, so this trail was ideal to get used to the circumstances. Strangely enough, the grip wasn't that bad. Underneath a thin layer of mud, everything was hard packed. If you're new to bike park riding, I can see how this trail is great for you. Nice berms and rollers. Personally, I was missing the jumps. To me the trail felt like a glorified pump track. Eventually you get to some jumps, however, these are unclearable from this line. Once at the halfway point, you'll get more trails to choose from. We decided to continue on Bounce and Blow, a jump line consisting of tables, so everything is rollable. One of the advantages of riding a bike park is that you can have multiple runs of the same trail, slowly getting better at it. But the run I'm showing now was the first run of the day. Yeah, I was sending most of the jumps on the first run of the day. First of all, having my friends, who've already been here before, riding in front of me is a massive help judging the jumps. Secondly, I was feeling quite safe for several reasons. The jumps are tables and coming up short is not a big deal. With this much mud, it's hard to get the speed to overshoot the jumps. And then there's the confidence boost of the bike. Again, I'm sure I would have done these jumps on my hardtail, but again, I'm certain it would have been on the first run. Some jumps I was already landing quite deep, others were almost impossible to clear. Almost. I'm sure someone can clear them. I could not even in the later runs. I'm sure they're perfectly fine on a dry day. However, that also means that some are at risk of jumping to flat then, but that is not going to be an issue this day. To end all the lines on this side, there's an impressive wooden feature. Impressive, but not that special to ride. So back to the top. This time, let's start with the iconic drop through the wall to end up back on Jonas and Pablo again. Now after a few turns, you can enter a red trail called Time Shift, a more technical trail. Here's one issue I have with Green Hill. Once you get to the halfway point, there are many options. Something for everyone. However, to get there you only have two options. The flowy but kinda boring Jonas and Pablo and this one. Now I'm sure that anyone who gets bored on the blue option can get down this track, especially when it's not this wet. Only the second part of this trail has a few big features. Features that are quite a step up for less experienced riders. First, a wooden drop. This one is actually very easy, you don't need much speed and still land smooth if you go a bit deeper. Next is a gap jump. Sure, you can slow down and roll it. However, it's a decent jump to clear, followed up by a pretty big drop. On my first attempt I was lucky to clear it. This one will give you the speed to clear the jumps that are unclearable from the blue line, or at least the first one this day. I feel there should be at least one more trail from the top to the halfway station, something that's more fun to ride than Jonas and Pablo, but not as much as a challenge as Time Shift. Or maybe spice up the blue trail with some features on the side. Honestly, for me it's not that much of an issue. After a couple of runs I had no issues with Time Shift, but for those who've been here, what do you think? Do you feel the step between those two options is too big, or is it just fine? Please let me know in the comments. Now back at the halfway point, it's time to hit another trail, Jukebox. I've seen a lot of videos from fellow YouTubers of this trail, a trail with a lot of gap jumps. Of course, in those videos it all looks so easy. Now riding it myself, it's harder than it looks. Even though the jumps start relatively small and build up, once you case one jump, you don't stand a chance for the next ones. My issue isn't even so much the size of the jumps, it's more that most of them are hip jumps, something I'm not that good at, yet. In the afternoon, I joined a friend you might remember from my La Blanc video. He's the one who helped me clear half of the jump line there. Let's see if he can help me over these jumps as well. Somehow I keep fucking up this one jump. Even though I clear it just fine, I land a bit offline, making the next one impossible for me. Thankfully there's a speed equalizer, so I can go for a couple of more jumps. Here my training on a dirt jumper is paying off. These steep jumps are not that scary anymore. Earlier this day, one of my mates cased his third jump. Hard, so I wasn't sure about it and played it safe. Finally crossing over to bounce and blow for that kick-ass step up. One more try. Again I fuck up this one jump. I think I have to session this one next time. For now, let's continue. I know I should pedal and pull hard for this third jump. This felt like a victory for me. The rest of the line is for the next time, hopefully in dry conditions. Even though it's a strange kind of fun today, I think this line is much better when it's rolling a bit faster, and most of all, the grip is more predictable. Of course, I don't have to explain how YouTube works, that if you want to see that video, whenever it comes out, you should hit that subscribe button. Speaking of fun trails with unpredictable grip, it's time to go to the left side of the lifts, the more technical side. Here again you start with two options, a green trail that I didn't feel the need to try, and a black line, Groomer. One that probably is going to be a challenge due to the circumstances. Challenge accepted. There are quite a few trails I didn't ride this day. The black jump lines we skipped, afraid the trails were too slow to clear the gaps anyway, and another black one that's supposed to be even harder than this one. As you can see, I'm failing this one already hard, so no urge to give that one a try. The black trails I haven't ridden I will try next time, for sure. However, I also skipped most of the easier trails. Please let me know in the comments whether or not I should ride them next time. Are they fun or didn't I miss much? Now let's continue Groomer by apologizing to Jarins. This not a crash, it's just too good to not put in the video. Don't worry, there will be, yes this is a crash for me later in the video. Now to end this trail, I've come to the part I already spoiled in the intro, but I think it's good enough to show one more time. To finally arrive at the other truly iconic feature of Green Hill, the Piste Bully drop. Here we had a small session. This one is such a low speed drop, I think you really have to put in effort to come up short here. Please don't try it just to prove me wrong though. I will not take any responsibility for damage or injuries that you might sustain. Now I have one more trail to show, Canadian Tuxedo. And while I do so, let me conclude the video. Green Hill is an amazing bike park. If you have to choose between Winterberg and Green Hill, it's an easy choice. Green Hill, any day of the weekend. The jump lines are truly jump lines, not lines with some jumps. They have all the flow you expect from a jump line, and with the different difficulties, there's a lot of room to progress your skills. Same goes for the tech trails. With different lines, there's always a line that fits your skill level. Now for the bike. I'm truly amazed by how much of a confidence boost this bike is. So many features I hit blind this day due to the confidence the bike gave me. The stability of the bike on jumps, combined with my dirt jumper practice, made me commit so much more. Sure, the toe-ins of my friends were a big contributor to my success as well, so a huge shout out to everyone crazy enough to go riding this mud Fiesta with me. About the tech trails, here's the forgiveness of the downhiller that gives the confidence. After riding the trails of Hout River on the hardtail, these felt kinda easy, even in the wet conditions. This led to the point that my confidence got so high, it might have reached the overconfidence level.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Fuck.
Yeah, I hit the hood slightly wrong and all of a sudden my front wheel went 30 centimeters to the left. My body did not. Well, at least I have the first crash with the airdrop slacker out of the way now. No serious injuries though, just a couple of bruises. Now a few more jumps, but I'll thank you very much for watching me getting my bike dirty. I hope to see you back for my next video. Have fun riding in the meantime. Houdoe.